Well, there's a good start to crappy morning now. Okay. I'm glad you said something, because otherwise I would just keep talking. I didn't even realize like it updated or whatever it did to mess it up. Loud and clear. Excellent. Excellent. All I've been bullshitting about is just Hightail anyways. Right? Talking about how I'm enjoying the game. I've been playing it most nights now. And they just, as of last night, put out the newest patch. And it includes like dinosaurs and other creatures and all kinds of fun stuff in the underground like lands, right? Yeah. And then was talking about what else was I babbling about? I got controller support to work for the game, so which is exciting. I got that earlier in the week. And then what else? I'm working on leveling system, as well as creating new scripts for weapons, projectiles, melee stuff, that kind of thing. And then I was talking about how Hightail has a really, really good editing asset customization built into the game. Ultra Remy, welcome in. Good morning. It's nice to see you. You missed my first couple minutes of debacle on my stream, right? I was sitting here talking for like a good, I don't know, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, something like that. Where maybe it wasn't even that long. Maybe it was only like a couple minutes. But my mic wasn't working. So it happens. It happens to everyone. Apparently, it decided to update and switched my mic. I don't know why updates mess with your sound. Like, everything else is okay. But then they're like, oh, we're going to change your mic. Like, why? Why? Why do you have to do that? There's no reason for it. None. What else was there? Yeah, it's just cruel, right? They're just, like, trolling people. Well, I'm not sure. I don't think it was OBS, but you cheap and welcome in. You blame it on the AI. Yeah, I mean, it could be, right? So you missed it for the first couple of minutes, Cheapin. My mic was muted, and yeah, I don't know if it was in a Windows update. Or I didn't update OBS, so I don't really know. It had to be something with Windows, right? And thank you for the follow. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, stream is only going to be about 3 hours today. Then I'm going to take a break and I have to work on the Jeep, right? So I have new inner fenders that I need to install. I'm pretty excited with that. So I got to clean up some stuff and then get these things installed, and it'll be good. And then after this, my Jeep only really needs like probably some new, I don't know, track bar type stuff, right? Steering. It's got a little bit of a vibration when it hits about, I don't know, 50. You know, so when it hits about 50, then the steering wheel starts doing the shimmy. So you have, I don't know, like 50 to 54. So it's only like a little zone. where it does it. Anything over that, it's fine, and then anything under it, it's fine. Your Jeep croaked. You're still mourning? That's not cool. Welcome in. That's a long name. I'm going to call you, how about Regatta? RegattaCon? What? Adventure. I see that. Glad to be here. You've been following devs as they suggest you in the live section. Excellent. Vegeta. Regita. Okay. I got it. Do I have a Wrangler or Grand Cherokee? I have a Wrangler. Yeah, actually, I mean, well, obviously with Jeep and Jeep, you know, we both have Wranglers. Mine's newer, and hers is a TJ, so an older model. Mine's a 2018. The current one that I have is a 2018, and then hers is an 03. But yeah, both are Wranglers. I love it. We go off because we're part of an off-road group, which tonight we're going to be hanging out with a couple of them tonight, just for dinner. Yours is almost a classic. It is. It's like a classic. It's close enough, right? But yeah, we take it. We take them off-roading. We go camping. We do trails. All kinds of fun stuff, right? And outside of the inner fenders on mine, I just have some stuff to do with the steering, the track bar stuff to fix some of that shimmy, and then the rest of this year's kind of hers. So I ordered some stuff to work on the body of hers. She has a couple rust spots, so we're gonna clean that up. But yeah, it's fun, right? All right. Since I have it up, I was talking about Hightail, right? They now have updated. They put out their first full update last night, and it includes all new like dinosaurs and NPCs to populate the underground jungles. So they're all in there now working. They're no longer just little placeholder ones. They added all kinds of like NPCs and creatures, crafting stuff. Look at all the stuff they did for the crafting. Audio and visual effects. They did all kinds of stuff. This is a big update. I'm really happy the game's like propelling forward. I followed it for, you know, a couple years, knew about it. I didn't know it was coming back. When Riot Games shut the project down, I was pretty sad about it. And but now the devs of the original company bought the game and are producing it. Like they're developing the game farther now. So I'm happy for that. All right, let's drop over and let's check the stuff I'm working on. There we are. All right. I'm gonna run it. Let me get the controller on here. You can use currently both keyboard or controller. And it's just going to be single stick movement, right? So using the controller, all it is going to be the left stick just to avoid... Oh, it's not even showing up yet. There it is. Using the left joystick, it's just going to be you trying to avoid the enemies. Like I said, I was working on the sword as one of the melee weapons. Yeah. It's not bad yet. I mean, like, it's buggy, right? But, like, it's getting there. It's getting there. So all those shapes that you see, those are all different enemies, right? They all move at different speeds. They kind of group together a little bit, but, you know, hey. And this stuff, all these little green things, is stuff you want to go and collect, right? Those are like the essence that drop when you defeat the enemy. And then the only other thing you're going to have to worry about, right? So the weapons sit there and work automatically. And you don't have to worry about it. You're going to have to worry about using items or placing items. That's kind of it, right? All the skills are going to be passive. All the weapons are going to be auto attack, so you don't have to do anything. Auto slice, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want too many complications to it, right? So last week, I think we decided it was only going to be the left control. So you don't have to do a second joystick to be able to do movement, right? Kind of a side step question. But do you intend to make it to where the enemies don't clump up as bad? Yeah, I think so. Right? Right now, they're automatically doing that because they're targeting the player. And there's 2 spawn points. They start off pretty good, like away from the enemy or from the player. And you can see like they're all over the place. But then, yeah, they start to clump as you move. And you can, I don't know, right now you can kind of like cheese them all together, right? And then, you know, get them like this. But it's coming along, right? If we turn on a second weapon, this is kind of what it'll look like with come on, OBS. So you're going to be able to have up to 4 weapons on you out at once. It's going to look crazy, right? You have like apparently 4 arms. I don't know why, but you do. You're going to have, you can choose different weapons as you progress through the levels. So you'll have ranged weapons and short, like a melee. So if something gets in close, you can whack it, right? But like I said, you can kind of cheese it, right? You can just get them into a circle and they all like form together and then you can just like pick them off. So we're going to have to work on that at some point to make it so that they're a little more spread out. Enemies should not be allowed to overlap and collide with each other. Oh, okay. Maybe I gotcha. So maybe if there's a collision and they can't go on top of each other, that will help prevent some of that. Remy, you can always suggest stuff. Yeah, go ahead. Once 25 green essence drop, then destroy the 25 green and replace with 1 blue. Yeah, okay. So once 25 of these things, you're saying make it so there's 1 blue. I think we could probably do something like that. And right now, it's only recording the essence here, so you can see how many you're collecting. And on this side, it just says level. The level system is slowly being implemented, so it's not quite right. Brent, good morning. Or evening, night, something. What is it, like midnight for you? I hope you've been well. How's your week been? So what's the purpose of making it so it switches to like 1 blue? Is it something that's easier for you to pick up? Is that it? Instead of having to run around and collect all the greens? On those games, do you think it's for performance? I mean, it could be. That's a lot of little pieces, right? Yeah, Brent, it's pretty late. 1:30. Okay, 1:30 for you. Week's been well. Excellent. Why is my nose itching? It's winter time, right? So my beard is growing. And it's, it's getting there. It's getting there. But my mustache, like, occasionally, like, will curl and, like, rub the bottom of my nose. I hate those ones. Yeah, it's the winter look, right? It's cold, so gotta have the beard. Yeah, when you can't eat chicken wings, oh, that's the worst, right? All right, and like I said, you can use a keyboard, or the controller, and so we're, whatever you choose. But right now, I have so for the testing level, there are 2 spawn points. One's up here, and the other is down here. And the idea is, we're going to bring up, not this one. Where did I not open it? Oh, I guess we're going to open it. All right, let me open with this. Let me open with this. All right. So, how's that look on screen? That looks all right. This is the idea, right? You're going to start in a room. Oh. So in between the time I stream, in between Monday and now, Jeepin takes that camera. So, we're going to blame it on Jeepin. Jeepin takes that particular camera because it has that magnet on the base, right? So you can see, like, it has a magnet. And the magnet allows it to stick to the bird cage. And so for her cooking stream on Mondays, Jeepin has the bird like camera on hers. Hey Sophie, you want a treat? Remy, thank you for the Sophie treat. Here she comes. All right, how do you look on camera? Do we need to raise this up? A little bit. All right, treat number 1. Oh, you were too late. That's all right. She's not going to complain about an extra treat. But yeah, so that's the point behind this one is we share the camera, right? So because it has the magnet, it just sits on my desk. But when it's Jeepin stream on Monday for her cooking stream, she uses it, attaches it to the bird cage. Yeah, she's getting up there. She's distinguished now. All right, so this is kind of the game plan of things, right? We had talked about and did this all. We were like, all right, what are we going? So we're going to have multiple rooms. Bobby, yeah. So we're going to have multiple rooms. You start in one. There'll probably be a scenario. It makes you run, right? And you start your initial run into where you're going. And then the first room will have like some enemies and you progress, right? And the idea, and I think we have it on this one. Yes. So the first room is going to be a little scenario, right? It's going to have like, I don't know, computers, something in it. You're there to, I don't know, destroy the place, right? You're on a mission. Something goes wrong and it doesn't work. So things start going like haywire. Portals start showing up. And so there's a little person in the room with you, and they're like, "Oh, you need to run. I'm here to, I'm helping you, but you need to get out of here." So you run out, right? So then you get into your first room, and you have a fight, right? It won't be hard. It'll be real simple. But then as soon as you're done with that fight, and you go to choose a direction, right? You go through like another door. The person that was helping you up here shows up, and that's this one here. And they're like, "Hey, I'm really glad you survived and you're getting out of here. I'm not really supposed to be helping you, but I'm going to. So to try to help you get out of here, because I want you to, to live, they're like, I can grade your skills. So you get to choose 1 through 3, right? One of them. Then you're like, oh, but I can also do a weapon for you and a item. But they're like, I need compensated, right? Because, my life's online too. So that's where collecting those essence comes in. That's your currency now in the game. And so then they're like, oh, okay, you give that to him or whoever this is, and you can select one new skill, as many items as you can with the amount, like the currency that you have. And when you start off, you can only have one item. And then you'll be able to go through it, right? I think that will be a fun thing to try to implement into this. Yeah, I think so. I think we've fleshed out some really, really cool ideas over last weekend. And so then as you progress, it looks kind of like a Connect 4 board, right? Chessboard, Connect 4, whatever. And as you go between the rooms, you can choose the direction because the door's open, right? So if you're like here where the green is, you come in one and you have 3 choices on where to go. and you work your way around. And then this stuff is like we were talking about, implementing new events so that maybe on a little map or something, an event shows up. And they have a timer, you know, says like a lifetime counter. It goes down every time you go to a room, right? So if it's on a 3, you got to go straight there because you're 2 away. But you're not going to be able to go there and then come back to the other one. So you have to choose. Yeah. And because there's going to be skills in this, using Brent's easy skill tree engine, which is this, right? We're going to try to work your way up through the skills. First 2 will be neutral, and then you'll have like a different one that you could start going up on with points. And I think that will work pretty nice. Yep. I had one issue with the skill tree thing. It redid my macros. So I had to go in there, delete some of my macros. But now it doesn't accept the time macro anymore. So it just has to be a different way, that's all. That is all. But I figured it out. I got it. Yeah, that was the problem. My game had it too, right? So in macros here. In mine, this was where I was putting my macros. And yours also had macros. This one, right? And it was this that was causing the problem. And so I took out mine and left it with yours. Libraries. Hey, welcome in, Gleb. Libraries should always prefix macros to avoid conflicts as much as possible. So the libraries should have the macros in it, right? Yeah, like I implemented it not realizing you had a whole thing with all these macros. But like I said, once I figured that out, I just basically took mine out of my macro thing and put it into there. Like used yours. That's all. Yeah. All right. So where are we at? Well, we're going to start it up again here. Come on, OBS. It takes the OBS a minute to see this thing. There it is. All right, so we have a bunch of enemies coming at you. All different looks, like colors and shapes and all that fun stuff, right? where I'm at with stuff is I have the essence counter, which is your currency, these green things on the ground. That's counting here. On this side, I have a little level counter because you get experience as you kill each one of these. So, sort of. It's a work in progress. One of the things I need to do is player weapon code here. I'm moving these globals out of here. I'm gonna put it in here so they're all together better. I thought, oh, maybe I should have it in the system game one, but then I was like, no, I don't really want the system game manager to handle weapon stuff at all. So I'm gonna take it. I took them out, and we just put it into the my player weapon constructor. Then, so we have player weapon one. I have an enemy weapon, and we have. I need to make a new script that'll be for projectile stuff. So it's gonna be the same thing basically, right? We're gonna take a function, add a constructor to it, so we can have a list of effects, sprite, damage, speed, and effect. That way the weapons can do something different. All right. And my mustache is really like tickling the bottom of my nose. So if you see me messing with my nose and mustache a lot, that's why. All right. Let's make a new script here. All this crap can come out of here. I think we're going to call this, I don't know, projectile data, right? And projectile is going to be, maybe I should call it ranged. Well, it'll work. We need projectile this. We're going to need a sprite. We'll make our constructor for it. Do damage. I know. What did I say? I know speed. And effect. Constructor. All right, so sprite equals sprite. Damage equals damage. Damage has a second thing on it. There we go. Speed equals speed and effect. We'll say equals effect, right? And then below this, we're gonna do like our globals with it. So we're gonna do global New projectile. SPR bullet, because we already have that one. Remy, you gotta head out. Wish you was around for more, but you're always rooting for you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jeepin's at work today. I don't know if she's hanging out or not, but she has to work on Saturdays. I no longer do. There she is. Yeah, I appreciate it. And hopefully, be able to catch one of your streams here next time you're on. So this is where we're going to define the damage of a bullet. Homeless. Homeless, you were so not first. You're not. But welcome in. How's your morning going? All right. SPR bullet, which is already there. Then I want to do the damage. Because I can't remember. We're going to put like 10. Speed. I don't know. 8. Sure. And effect does not have one right now. And then, like, you could do, I don't know, instead of projectile bullet, you could have, like, projectile, like, fireball or rocket from, like, a bazooka or arrow from a crossbow. We do, oh, where's on my list? We do have some, no, we're not doing that right now. Here it is. So some of the projectile stuff we talked about, we had bows, bazooka, handgun, taser, laser gun, slingshot, spear, throwing axe, throwing knife, a blow dart gun, spitballs, ninja star. Right? So as we create new items in here, we will be able to define what that effects are, and then we'll make little functions. Like, we can replace this with a function too. So we can make a function for the effects. Those sound like you and Turmoil's ideas. Well, some of them. Yes. They are excellent ideas. Because under the melee, we have a scythe, we have a bong. I can't remember which one of you wanted the bong. But we have a bong. The non-breakable glass one. So you can hit multiple times with it. We have a wrench, a sword, a frying pan, a 2x4 wood plank, a tennis racket, a golf club, a flail and mace, baseball bat, a lathe, a keyboard, and a toilet plunger. Yep. And then items, we have like bombs, grenades. So bombs you can place down and let it, and it would have a little timer. Grenades you toss. Turrets. Music instruments. There was a taco. I think Starfish suggested a taco. You eat the taco and you go into like a rage mode because it had hot sauce on it. So there's that. And then Jello shots for drunk fighting. So that's kind of where we're at with stuff. Obviously, I don't think we'll use all of these things, but I think it'll be fun to try to make some of it, right? All right. Player weapon, cooldown. Now we're gonna add some stuff into this, right? Instead of it being effect here in the weapon, because we made a new script. You have a partial power outage. You wondered why it was so quiet. That would do it. That would do it. I thought you were going to say you wondered why it was so quiet. I mean, you were going to tell me my mic was off again. Yeah, there's always stuff like stupid things, right? So, I started my stream. I was just rambling on for about 3 minutes, and didn't even know my mic wasn't working. The known Dark Senate's welcome in. Hi. What's up? You're curious. Do I play D&D? I love D&D. Yes. Yeah. I haven't played D&D in a while though. So like what I do now is I love doing printing, like 3D printing scenery and painting it in the minis. Like I resin print minis and do the same thing. Jeepin, yeah, it means it could be a rough day once it comes back up. You'd likely even assume as much. You're a DM. As far as like for Dungeon Master, I have, yeah. I've run 10 years experience. For you, that's a good amount of time. But yeah, I used to, when I played, I've run games, but I also play as a player. And yeah, I used to do like write modules and stuff for like single runs, like couple hour long ones, weekend modules. The hat, your vibe kind of gives that way. A lot of people call them they like them and they say they're my sketchy hat. No offense, so does the slight gray. Oh, you mean on the beard? Yeah, well, that happens. But yeah, I love Irish flat caps. It's one of the things I've always worn. So, always worn. Yeah, I got a couple of different, like I have a bunch of different ones. Occasionally I wear like a beanie, but most of the time I like my flat caps. All right. What else were we doing here? So we made a projectile data script, right? So we're going to replace effect out of the constructor in the player weapon and put projectile data there. All right. And thanks for the follow. So let's do projectile data. And that will now connect the two, right? So here, we don't want this as an effect anymore. Well, we'll leave that, but we're going to call it our projectile. Whoops, projectile data. Nope, projectile equals projectile data. There we go. Yeah, that's a funny thing to bring up for D&D, right? I mean, most of us, we all love that stuff. Your stream was in your recommendations, and you often recruit streamers for your Star Wars, evil, political D&D campaign you organize, so you had to ask. Well, that sounds interesting, but I don't know. I don't even know when I don't even have time to do that anymore. Like, because of game dev, right? I work 40 hours. I probably put in 15 to 20 hours, at least 15 to 20 hours, if not a little bit more, on the game. Then we have some other stuff that we do. Yeah, it's just one of those things you don't play much anymore. And homeless, if they know the leader of the Senate was a dark sider Yoda and Mace Windu would have deleted him right away. Yeah, probably. Autocorrect is evil. It is. It is. Timing and schedule these days always spoils organizing D&D. It does. It does. Yep. It does. All right. I think. All right. So now that bothers. Oh, that should not have that. There we go. So the effect of the weapon is now governed. So weapon effect. Yeah. And then, like I said, we have a pistol and a sword being governed here. Right? I guess this should be projectile data. This is going to be ranged weapon effect. How's that? Yeah, these two I just have for testing, right? And I have to, the hard part is there's so much that I always want to add into these things. There is. But I don't want to do it, like I can't, because it's only a 3-month project. All right. Let's try adding in projectile global dot projectile project bullet. So what we're doing here is in projectile data, we have we have projectile bullet. That is now being called inside player weapon under pistol. So it tells you what it is. It's ranged. Now I have damage in 2 different places. if I'm doing projectile with the damage, I don't think I need it here, right? Who governs the damage? Which one? I think what we're going to do is we're going to tell a projectile data code. Because this has damage in it. The projectile is doing the damage, not the physical weapon of it. All right, I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to make it so that the projectile handles the damage for like this, for the bullet, right? Which means that I could probably just take it out of player weapon. Also, ads are going to go off in about 30 seconds or so. Whenever they do, I'm going to take a quick be right back. I'm going to grab some coffee. So that will be a good time. If anybody else needs to get up, grab some coffee, do whatever, and we'll be good, right? So yeah, we're going to get rid of damage out of here. Cooldown. We're going to get rid of this. Then we need to get rid of range. It was this one. Damage 10. Range damage. There. All right, let's give it a quick start. On the bullet not set before reading. All right. Anyways. Let's see. Ads are a bit delayed. Oh, there they go. I was going to say ads are a little delayed today. I will, I'm going to take that beer right back. I'm going to grab some more coffee. I will see everybody in a little bit. Hang tight, and I will see you all soon. All right, we're back. So I have a little dilemma. We're getting backed up here. We got a Sophie treat. Good morning, Banuch. I still need to do a Sophie treat for Brent. So this one's for Brent. Go lay down. Then we'll do a Sophie treat for you, Panuch. Oh, Panuch. Last night, because I know you play it here, the new patch came out for Hightail. All right. It now includes dinosaurs inside the underground jungles, right? So when you dig all the way down and you come across like these big, giant, lush areas, those are the underground jungle zones, like the biome. And there's now dinos in it. Yeah, you did a restart this morning. Excellent. I was going to say, it came out last night. So, yeah, we needed to do that. And this, like, if you're interested in this stuff, like Hightail, this is the patch notes. They really put out a lot of content in this. All kinds of new stuff into it. Fixed some stuff, made a little bit more quality of life balances. All really cool stuff, right? And I did play a little bit last night before all this came out, and went and was trying to find the underground jungle, and I did find it. It was inside, like I was using a creative map, right? The one I'm customizing. And went in, I did find it, but there wasn't really any dinos. So now, because they were just placeholders, they're all active now. So that's cool. All right. We got this and this. All right. That is bright. So I was making these, and I think part of it is, I think it's just better. Maybe I should merge these. Maybe I shouldn't have two different scripts. As far as like two different script files. I think they just need to be one. You want to build an underground base. So as far as I know, the dino, like the underground jungle, is below the lava one, whatever that is. It's zone 4, which is like Lavaville, whatever. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. But if you go there, which we were there while you were on stream yesterday, remember, with all the lava, you go there and you work your way down. That's where it's going to be. That is definitely where it's going to be. I think it would be really cool to build an underground base, so I'm all for it. I am. All right, we're going to move it. We're going to take it out of there. We're going to bring it over here. We need to put it above this. Right? So now we have our projectile data at the top. But then we don't want this up here. We want this down here. So what do we want to call this? we're initialize. How about projectile data? Right, projectile types. Maybe that's better. Types. Tickets are rolling in. Oh, Saturday. What do those people think they're doing? I mean, you know, they had a little power outage. I get it. I get it. Tickets to what? Paradise? Yes. You totally guessed the game. Almost. You get to go to Paradise and handle the tickets now. You got 2 tickets to Paradise. Excellent. 2 tickets to Paradise. That's a good song. It's still out. It's all the switches being offline. Yeah. If the power's out and the switches go offline, I mean, there's not much you can do anyways. So you just run interference on your tickets. Yeah, that's it. So initialize projectile types. Okay, so now we're initializing this. Then we have our weapon types here. And that should not have a conflict anymore, right? So we're going to be able to delete that. Where did I put that? In resources, scripts, projectile data. This is empty. We don't need it. Now it's all in one script. Player weapon projectile, which means we're going to also make one for melee at some point. But right now, I don't think we need to worry about that. Almost thanks. You were hoping somebody knew what you were doing. Yeah. 2 tickets to Paradise. That's a good song. Isn't that Margaritaville? I'm trying to remember the name of the song. Something like that, right? It may not be Margaritaville, but it's like one of those songs. All right, let's try running this. There we are. OBS. Catch up. There we go. Eddie Money, that's it. All right. Just for me to add to the notes, a suggestion was brought up that maybe all these green things should be merged into one, like one pickup, right? By that, I mean, I think for every 25 that are on here, it removes them and places one blue one or something. I kind of like the idea and I don't like the idea. I think what a better solution might be, because okay, let's say this is a decent sized map, right? So you got to run around try to find all those little green things, right? You don't want to miss any. But I think what might happen is when you defeat all the enemies, it will auto pick up all of them and bring them over here and add to it. Why is your gaming? What is that? 10 stream streak. That's pretty good. Welcome in. Good morning. How are you doing? Oh, now. All right. So I don't know if you saw, Brent, we did the Sophie treat for you. Now I got to do one for Pernooch. Okay, so you want another treat? I mean, she's never going to say no. Yeah, go ahead now. Good girl. Did you just swallow that one? You don't get a second one because you swallowed it. I know that's what you think. You were playtesting your game while you were listening. Excellent. Oh, Brent, if you have anything you'd like to share for it, feel free to go ahead and post a link or anything to it. And given your tier of making them an auto ad, be amount of something like that. All right, so what? Here, let me restart it. Right, I think. As soon as OBS catches. Okay, so we have all the enemies, right? Here they come. As you go around and fight, each one drops a green currency. I don't know, we're calling it like an essence stone, right? Then, as soon as I get rid of these last couple here. All right. So now you have all these essence stones everywhere, right? And you're like, man, I don't want to have to run around and pick them all up. But I think, what if they get collected, like auto pulled together? Like all of a sudden at the end, when all the last enemy's gone, they'll be like, oh, it auto takes this and it sends it to here, and as it does, it keeps going up, right? So that way you don't have to worry about running around and picking those up. There, given FBI, welcome in. Are you really a dev, or are you just the FBI? This player remembers Cloud on Final Fantasy VII. Nice. Final Fantasy is such a good series. And then the other option was, so if you don't pick them up, right? Let's say you have to run around and you are having to go and do this, right? If you don't pick them up, you get them at the end. Okay, so I think we're saying the same stuff, right? So whatever you don't pick up, I think will auto collect, and like they'll just, like, you see the image of it going over here, and then it vanishes and the number goes up, right? So it'll just that like an auto pickup. I think that, yeah, I think that will work pretty good, right? In the meantime, we are going to make function. I'm calling it projectile data. Maybe it needs to be range data. What do you think sounds better for organization? Man, my mustache keeps messing with my nose. All right. I keep going back and forth. I don't know if I want to call this projectile data or ranged data, but I guess either one kind of makes sense, right? And this one, we're going to call it melee data. You think projectile? Okay. I mean, they both kind of make sense, so it's a toss-up, right? Now we'll make it a constructor as well. Yeah, I mean, it's ranged data, right? So, stinkiness. But the projectile or range, right? So it's all, it'll be the laser beam, it'll be a bullet, a rocket, a taser, right? It's all going to be, it's the projectile. Yeah, so projectile works with it because it's the projectile coming out, right? The ammo. Homeless, that was range stinkiness. That was. It reached all the way over here. I heard it. It echoed across the state lines. That was impressive. That was impressive. And we'll do damage. We're going to keep the damage inside the projectile and the melee one, right? Speed, and effect. Keep doing that. Effect. So that way, like here we have this, right? But we're going to make a new one. And this will be, I don't know, we don't have one, but it'll be global dot ME. I think we'll just have to do it that way. Melee, because it's such a short word. Sword. New. Melee data. Sword would do 10, 8, none. All right. And my notes. We initialize melee types. All right. So we have weapon type. Then we have the projectile and the melee types, right? So does that make sense? That doesn't make sense, does it? Yeah, I think, well, yeah, because the reason I'm separating it is to be able to do the effects a little better. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't need to do that. I was thinking I did, but when I look at them down here, I don't really. Right? Because, like... All right, so this is a code design moment. Maybe I don't need this. Well, all right. So we have player weapon, right? Which is a type, a range, cooldown, sprite, projectile data. What benefit does it do to create this? It shows the sprite, but that's kind of already in here. We have the speed, the damage, the speed, and the effect. Okay, so if I'm also covering sprite in projectile and melee, it makes sense to have two different sprites, a sprite here for projectile and a sprite here in player weapon, but does it make sense to have the melee sprite and player weapon one? Well, we'll leave it for now, but I think it's probably going to get changed a little bit, right? Why? I don't think they need both to have a sprite, and I'm probably going to take it out of the data one, like the melee one. But for right now, it's fine. There. And let's do... what? We have projectile data in here. We're going to interject like this. There. All right, so now down in here, after we have projectile there, if it's a projectile weapon, we're going to say none. This is, we're going to say initializing ranged. Let's do initialized melee, right? Because here we say none, but it will have melee. Global dot melee. Sword. There we go. All right, let's run it. Let's see how it looks. All right, so it's doing pretty good with it. Kevin, you're doing a game jam? That's excellent. So it started today and ends in 2 weeks. Oh, that's a nice amount of time for it. I've done the shortest game jam I've done is a 48-hour game jam. Then I did a 4-day one, and I've had one that was like about a week, but I've never done a 2-week one. The theme may actually work for your mobile top-down you have been working on. Theme is The World is Watching. Oh, that's a cool theme. Is it an itch game jam? If you have the link to the game jam, go ahead and post it. Oh, pirates? Is it? Oh, it's pirates? Let me go here. Game jams. Started today. Pirate Software Game Jam number 18. All right, so if anybody wants to see it, Pirate always puts on some good ones, right? That's his jam. It's due in 13 days. 848 people have joined this one. That's excellent. That's not a huge number in comparison to some of his game jams. He usually has pretty cool in-depth game jams, right? So the theme is The World is Watching. You can take the theme as literally as you want or not. Excellent. Setup. All right, you got to join Discord, all that fun stuff, right? Stinkiness. Rules. This is not an exhaustive list. Always don't be a dumbass. Yeah, right? Normal stuff. Submission, prototype, voting criteria. Yeah, this is the part that I really enjoy about his game jams. Oh, he made mistakes. Oh, him. Yeah. I mean, you know, these guys. Yeah, everybody has their stuff, I'm sure. And when you get to the size of Pirate, it always gets blown out of proportion, right? Brent, since you mentioned you could share, you just published the latest version of your Edge of Madness demo. All right, we're going to check out that one next. We'll take a look at it. All right, or at least we'll open up the itch page. So one of the things I like about Pirates, I mean, it's always going to happen, right? When you get to that massive size, you could say the sky is blue and people are going to argue with you. It's just the way it works, right? And then when you make a mistake, it just gets way blown out. That's all. But it's still really good, right? So his ability for coding and doing stuff is really, really good. He's actually part of the reason I started using, like, I chose to use GameMaker. It's because that's what he uses. But I still watch him, especially right now because he's porting his block game from Minecraft into Hytale. But I like how he has, like, broken down criteria for the voting. He always has, like, some cool prizes, right? So, Brent, let me bring up yours. Edge of Madness here. You've been doing this since, like, 92? Excellent. Yeah. Right, but it's pretty difficult at the moment. It requires both balancing on your end and practice from the player. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Oh, this is that top-down one, right? That's cool. They have Santa hats. Are these ninjas? They might be. I don't really know. No, they're like little spider things. They got like 4 little legs. Yeah. They just have Santa hats. Oh, if you played it in December, they had Santa hats. That's excellent. This is kind of what I mean, like top-down shooter, right? So working on enemies, projectiles off the player. Although my player, like, I'm gonna have mine allow up to 4 weapons at once, so you have 4 different weapons out, all doing different things. And but it's cool. I love that we all end up, like, working on some of the same stuff at the same time. And this is your skill tree editor, right? So easy skill tree. It's just really, really well defined and done. You based yours on Robotron 2084. Nice. Yeah, here. All right, so this is kind of what I've been thinking when we talked about this screen, right? And the little guy is going to be helping you. He'll give you the choice of like 3 skills, 3 weapons, or 3 items, and you have to pick, right? This is kind of what it's going to look like. I mean, you know, not art-wise, but I mean, like, where the placement of these things are. So I'm thinking it'll be a little different, but I'm thinking the guy that's helping is going to be over here. Then you'll have your choice, pick item to equip, whatever, it'll be here, and then you'll have your 3 little squares, like your 3 squares to pick, and it'll be your skills first, then the weapon, then the item. So you'll go through each one, and then you'll be able to return to the next room, right? So I think it'd be good. Yeah. So this is out, you said, ready. Yep, there's a download there. Is this going to be are you just going to keep it on itch, or are you going to make a Steam page for it? Eventually, most of my stuff is always on itch, right? Eventually, I would like to make something that I think would be Steam worthy and put it out. Hopefully, eventually it'll be on Steam. Yeah. After we do this top down, I want to go spend 6 months back onto the RPG game and really take that to the next level, right? And then I don't know what we're doing for the last 3 months of the year. But I think this is cool. Like I said, I love seeing like when we're all working on stuff. All right, so Gibbon, you are doing this game jam. Does it allow pre-existing work? Oh, you got to do a game design. Yeah, he always includes these game design documents. That's very important to have. Term sunflowers everywhere. Yes. So the rules, you must follow each term of service. Team no more than 5. Your submission must include a game design document. Must run in the browser. Do not be cool. You can only use assets that you have a commercial license for. Some asset packs only allow non-commercial use, so you can't use those. Make sure you know the licensing limits because they check on that stuff. I don't see anything like that, no. So if it's already pre-done or like you're working on it for another project or anything like that, I think you're okay doing that, right? Your biggest challenges are going to be your game design document in this 2-week time on top of working on your other stuff, right? And just validating that you have a license or that the assets that you're using allow for commercial use. And that's pretty much it. Game design doc is AI. Did you use AI to help you write your game design document? Well, it says no AI generated content. It does not say that you can't use what's an AI? ChatGPT to help you create a layout and font and like help create your document, because you got to give it all the details, right? The AI shouldn't be writing it from scratch for you, but it should. You write stuff and then say, I need you to clean this up grammatically, check for redundancy, get rid of no weasel words, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Which it doesn't say no, so I think that's fine. Like I said, I would use it, be like, this is what I want, and I need you to clean this paragraph up, that kind of stuff. As long as it fits whatever these sample ones are, then I think you're good. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. No, not the game. Not the game. I don't mean the game in AI. Yeah, I know that. What I meant was the document, right? Yeah, you give it the inputs in for the game design document, and it helps with it. That I think is fine. I think you're fine. I wouldn't even worry about that. Right. Yeah, I think I think it's cool. When you're ready and have everything up, feel free to come in, let us know, and we'll, put it up here. His stuff is cool, so that's cool. I'm glad you're doing it. Glad you're working on it. You hate to write large documents for anything. I mean, I've written some really, I think the longest document I think I ever wrote was like 280 pages or something. Definitely it was like a thesis on some stuff, but that was way before AI. Right. So the idea is, as long as you already have the idea of what you need, right? You enter it, you tell whatever AI you're using, help clean it up grammatically, check for weasel words. You want to check, so clean up the weasel words, clean up the grammatic things, and check for fluidity. So you want to make sure that it flows and there's no redundancy to it. Telling it that, I think, will be really good. Yep, that'll be good. Oh, okay. So you're trying to decide if you want to use this game or start a whole new game. You have 2 weeks. I guess it comes down to, do you want that game to be associated to a game jam? But if you want to take that game also to another level and you want to use the game jam as a trial, right? See what people think of it. Get some really good feedback. I know he's got it list. Where is that? The criteria. See what all this comes out, and now it gives you another set of criteria that you could go through and try to fix on your game. I mean, like, if you're entering your game, that's what I would use it for, right? That is how I would do it. All right. So all right, we have damage and speed. I increase this to like 20. Is it really going to make a difference? Let's see if it works. Okay, it's going a little faster. There's no actual damage. Like, you can't hurt the player right now in my test. Which is fine. You can't really, you're damaging the enemy, but you're not at the same time. So it only it just destroys it. And currently, all right, so this is my layout. What I did here was here, right? So slot like 1 is in the top left. Then it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Oh, 0, yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3. Term, sunflowers everywhere again. Yay. Those sunflowers that channel point is built into the Twitch app that I worked on, right? So all these avatars you see running around the bottom of my screen, which, by the way, we should probably make those so they run on top of things, not behind things. All right, so it should run on top of my little computer that has me inside it. And let's put it on top of the doggo cam for now. See what that looks like. But yeah, that channel point is built into that app, which is neat. I had fun making that. I do need to revisit that and maybe change them up a little bit more. So they only have a couple things they can do. There's like launch, eat, climb. Launch, eat, climb. Okay. He said no AI. All right, so let's go back and look at this. And Brent, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in, hanging out for a little bit. I know it's late for you. It's got to be getting close to like 3, right? And I missed it. Did it launch, Term? It should have launched, right? Yeah, it's almost 3 for you. Go to bed. Well, okay. I don't know. If you... It just says no AI. Well, I guess that's a gray line with how it's phrased. You are not... I guess it is generating content, but it's not generating game content. It's generating a cleanup on the grammatical stuff of it, right? How would I do that? Yeah, I would just make it simple then, right? It doesn't have to be long. Doesn't have to be... Yeah, but it doesn't specify, and I think that's the thing, right? So the rules just say no AI-generated content. That, I guess, the way it is, could apply to everything. So that includes the game design document, right? He just wants you to be able to do it, right? Because in the real world, you would be using AI to help you write a game design document, because you would feed it information and say, here's my paragraph. Clean it up, check for grammar, all the weasel words, and fluidity of it, right? That's what you would do in the real world, but you still have to know how to do it before you can use that. So I think that's the point that he's trying to get at. I would just make it simple. As long as you have it, it allows everything else to be judged. That's all. Yeah. And how big are these documents? Like they're only like a page or something, right? A page or 2. So I think you'll be fine. It's got a couple, at like sections to it. Yeah, you'll be all right. Just make it simple, and you'll be good on it. You know what I need, Term? I need when someone does like the fart command like that, I need the little characters on here to make a little green smoke. Like it toots. Right? So you take one of them and be like, oh, exclamation fart. And you'll see your character on the running around up there all of a sudden stop and have a little like green smoke to it. Can I do that? Sure, I could do that. Not right now, but I can do that because it's just another program. Yeah, and it's mine, you know, my design. So like I can go in there and edit stuff. It's got 3 channel points to it right now, so it should be the celebration, sunflower launch, and random avatar, which will change your avatar to something. Right? Sometimes it's the same thing, sometimes it's other ones, and there's a bunch that are not visible, so you don't know what they're going to be, and you just become something. Yeah, I think I will try over the next couple weeks here, hop in there and edit that so that we have a little green smoke coming off the character. All right, so we start at 0. XP to next level is 5 or 100. Our enemies where enemy spawner, parent enemy. Let's look at each one. All right, so I don't have anything in here that is going up. So right now, all it's doing is just calculating it. Input, sprites, attack system, speed. All right, let's close the spawner. Parent enemy is dead. XP gain 10. That's where it is. So we don't need that, right? We're gonna move that up here. We'll say 1. So then here, we'll do it that way, right? Get rid of that weird number out of there. Put it up here so I can see it. So now, let's go ahead and run it. So the level counting is off a little bit, right? It already says it's a level 13. And it stops. All right. I think what we want is we have parent enemy, right? We have XP, but we also have maybe current. Oops. Let's do current XP equals XP, right? Ads are going to go off in about a minute. I am going to take a be right back again. I have to uncover Arwen, who I hear is she's running around in her cage, peeking out from underneath it, making little noises, trying to get my attention. She's like, Dad, you've been talking to me the whole time. Right? There. So we don't need this. I'm not adding anything there. Essence count equals 0. So on my head, I have on the top left, I have my essence counter. On the top right, I have the enemy counter. Level display. All right, well, there goes the ads. Like I said, I'm going to take a quick be right back. If you need some coffee or whatever, go ahead and grab it. Now's a good time, and I will see everybody shortly. Okay. I had to eat her as well. I don't know where all her food goes, but it's usually half of it's on the bottom of the cage. But, so Gibbon, what type of birds do you got? All right, we are level display top right. Yes. Margin is displaying object player level. Encounter. All right. Well. So we're doing player. We got to go back up to here. We have level. All right. So we start at 1. We're going to say we start at 0. When I run it, see what happens, right? It's starting it almost immediately going up in level. Why? It's already saying level 12. And then it stops. 14. Well. We have... Oops, that's player weapon stuff. It only is supposed to give 1 XP, right? So object player, when it dies, or when the enemy dies, object player gains XP by 1. Term, you always have breakfast with hot sauce. Excellent. Last night you bought a local made hot sauce. That's cool. When I do have breakfast, like we go out for it. Where we are, we have something called hot, the hatch green chili or hatch chilies, right? And they're the green one and there's a red one, right? So it's the same pepper. It's just the green ones are not quite ripe yet, so they're green. And the reds they wait longer to cut them, so they turn red. I love putting that stuff into hot sauces or into breakfast, right? Green chili is what I prefer. I love it. Given you're playing a couple rounds of Fortnite. Oh, how are you liking the, I think it's South Park that's in there? So you're playing a couple of rounds of Fortnite while you think about the game submission. Nice. And I appreciate the lurk. And it looks like my stream element did not post my Reaper lurk. That's not cool. I bet I have to make it a... Oh, it says surprise. Maybe I don't have it anymore. I think that's what happened. I took it away. Stinky miss. All right, so Steam, stream, elements. Let's go there. We're going to fix this. That is chatbot, chat commands, my commands, lurk. Save. All right. It should now be updated. So if you do lurk, nope, still didn't do it. Do I have to do something different with that? Stream elements commands to get a emote. Okay, I think I see what I need to do. So if we do that, no, it lied to me. It's not what it needs. Oh, that displays the emotes? Oh, okay. Well, says use the emote name without the colons, which is what we had, but it's not showing it. And I wonder if it's because it requires if it won't do special ones, right? So let's try it with this. So we're fixing my stream elements real quick. No, still doesn't show it. It's too bad. I'll have to spend some time, unless anybody else knows. Do you? On what is needed to get an emote to work. So stream elements, what do you type to get an to get a emote on Twitch? To get the emote's name in chat, often with colons like this, or I guess we can try the colon in front of it again. Nope. Dang it. Oh well. I don't get it. That's okay. All right. So back here, we were doing player.gainXP XP, where XP is the number of XP you're going to get from an enemy, right? Oh, that should be inside the parent. Here we are. So speed enemy object player dot gain XP, but it doesn't seem to be working right. right? Y XP equals 0. XP to next level is this. XP curve. So we're rounding down. So I have floor, right? To make it so that it's not a half number, it rounds itself down. XP curve is level -1. And then gain XP's XP plus amount. Well, while XP is greater than or equal to XP to next level, XP minus n equals XP to next level, level plus 1. Calculate need. We're gonna say I need to get rid of the chart there. We're using a user event there. Level up event happen. Yeah, I know. So let's go look at my. Oh, this just shows me. Oh, I guess I can look. Let me look. Level up now. 1. So as soon as you started, it was immediately going up. I don't know. Right? Maybe I don't need a curve. I wonder if the curve is messing it up. And we are telling it. All right, so when we have a user run event, that's where we're doing our debug on this. What else? If I take this out, so maybe we don't need to have it doing all this, right? Because let's look at it again. I think it jumps almost immediately to, yeah, see, it's already saying like level 10, 11. And then it kind of stops. Oh, look at that. I can walk on that stuff. So on game start, all right, let's check where we have a couple things going for on game start, right? Essence count, we have it at 0. Instance object player. Draw HUD. Draw. Enemy count. We're not worried about that right now. But I do have, like, I built it in. Because in the middle of the screen, like on the top, we'll do how many enemies there are. But the top right, because this is my essence counter. So essence counter, enemy counter, level display. And it's just picking up level here. Gives it a little bit of shadow, but it's saying level plus whatever the number is, right? Level was 0. But and I bet it's got to be this, right? I don't think these are working very good. Why would it just start the game off by counting out levels? You start with level 0 and XP is 0. You need 100 XP to get to the next level. Well, I think I need to rebuild this. So my idea was I used floor because I want to round it down. XP curve level. My math is off somewhere with it, I think. Gain XP. But all right, so XP is 1. When you kill an enemy, you gain XP gain is XP, which is 1. Then I'm testing something. Okay. All right, so here we're saying object player gain XP, right? So we're calling that function. And we're saying XP, which is up here. So we have gain XP with the amount, where the amount is equal to XP, but I say it over in the parent enemy. Now we have XP is plus or equal to amount. I don't think I need that, right? Is that overriding it? XP is whatever here is this, and it gains from here, right? So it brings it over. Now amount is equal to whatever the other one. So we're saying XP plus or equal to XP. And I think that might be the issue. I think I need to call this player XP. And we'll come in and say player XP. All right, let's check out that. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Oops. All right, we change it up here to player XP. I think that will work a little better. Almost immediately, huh? It still went up. And for every enemy, it should be counting. The problem is, it jumps you up like 700 level almost immediately, because you're on level like 7 by the time really the game is starting. I think we have the XP okay. I think we need to calculate how we're doing the leveling. So, calculate XP needed level. This is not right. Calculate XP needed level. Well, if we're saying calculate XP needed, right? So it needs to be level, but it needs to equal XP equals, so player XP is equal to XP. No, this needs to be, we're saying amount. Mathing is tough. Mathing is tough. Right? So player XP equals, do I want it even that way? All right, for calculating XP needed, right? XP to next level is 100. We want saying 100 XP. 100 times XP curve and level -1. No. Right, so when we gain XP here, XP to next level equals calculated XP level +1. Why are we saying level +1? Well, what you doing, Arlen? Matt, this is all right. So, stumbling over the math of trying to get this to out app correctly, right? If it takes 100, so it takes 100 XP to get to the next level. And we have XP curve. Let's just ignore the curve right now. But let's say, all right, so it takes 100 XP to get to the next level. If XP, or if player XP is greater than or equal to XP to next level, all right, right? What did we just say? So we said if calculated XP needed level. What we're saying is player XP is greater than or equal to XP to next level, right? Player, all right, so player XP greater than or equal to next level, then right, if player XP is greater than or equal to XP to next level, level goes up by 1, right? Something like that. Level equals level plus. How's does that makes sense. So if player XP is greater than or equal to this, then this is what happens. I'm going to run it and see what errors I get. All right, well, I didn't get any errors, but it starts at level 1 now, so that's correct, but it's not going up at all. So we're getting closer. But I'm not going to be able to, am I? I need to test this with more spawners. All right. So we have 4 spawners in there now. And we'll put them all over here. Right? Let's go into player weapon. Projectile speed. Let's make it like 50. See if that changes anything, right? But frames between attack, I think we're also going to make it so that this is lower. Let's do 25, so every quarter of a, like, fraction of a second. All right, so it is faster now. David, good morning. How are you doing today? Probably should have made that faster, but we're almost done. So how many were... I should have went up a level, right? So these, if I collect all these, it tells me basically how many were on the playing field. 68, we're at 70, 85. So 104 is what was on the playing field. At 104, I should have went to the next level. But that did not work. So my math is still off on this, right? If player XP is greater than XP to next level, level plus plus, right? We want to increase level by 1. But this is where I think we're messing up. So while gain XP, check for while my player XP is greater than or equal to XP to the next level, player XP, I guess I think I'm doing it twice, but it well, that I am just struggling with that this morning, trying to get the math right. If player XP, all right, so that seems right in my head for calculate XP. But we gain XP when the enemy is killed, right? That's when we gain XP. And XP is equal to 1. So we're checking for, we have XP plus equal amount. No, I think I just messed it up. That's all. Like, it's not crashing it, but it's just not doing it either. While XP, player XP is less than or equal to, okay, so I have two things. One, player XP is plus equal to amount, which will be XP. Well, I know it's wrong. I just can't figure out what's quite wrong with it. The mathing is hurting. Good morning, okay, dog. How are you doing today? You having a good Saturday so far? Right. All right. In parent enemy, we have XP equals 1. So every enemy is worth 1 XP. Then down here under if dead, if dead, object player gain XP by XP, the amount, right? That amount is equal to XP, which is 1. So that should be means every time one dies, the player gets 1 XP. Bringing that back over here, this is where it is. Like, so object player dot gain XP here, and the amount, which is XP, comes in. Now player XP plus or equals to amount. I think I'm saying it wrong. So we have enemy XP coming over. You're about to start making a similar system right now for your game. Nice. Well, maybe your brain is working better than mine today. I overcomplicated my XP system, and now I'm trying to figure out how to solve it. Right? I bring in the value of XP from the parent enemy here. Right? So it gathers the amount. All I'm trying to do is that for every enemy you kill, you gain 1 XP. When you hit 100 for XP to next level is set to 100 right here. When you hit that, you go up by 1 level. So level equals 0 until you hit XP of 100. Why would I have current XP up here? Oh, wait, no, I don't have it up here. So we have XP to next level equals 100. When we come down here, player XP plus or equals to amount. So this is equal to XP. Hold on, let me get caught up. My brain is just not working. I know I have something wrong. All right, so we have player XP minus equal. Oh, XP TP. Okay, maybe that's what I mean. Like this whole, I was thinking like, I got two things, right? So I tried to make a function that was calculating XP, and I tried to do this. I was trying to return it. I was trying to make it use floor because I wanted it to round down. And that was using XP curve because I was going to try to calculate going up, right? But we're not worrying about that right now. So we don't need the while loop, is what you're saying. Logic is written backwards? Probably. My brain feels backwards. All right, let's move this, right? So for right now, that's it. Okay. We have gain XP. This underscore amount is coming from the parent enemy. So let's just worry about gain XP for right now. Then we'll fix the calculate XP needed thing. So gain XP, we have player XP plus or equals the enemy XP, right? Does that make sense? Oh, hold on. I got to get really caught up. Player XP plus or equal to 10? Why 10? So you're talking about here, right? If we're talking... Okay, hold on. I'm getting confused on where all these are going. Yeah, so let me start at the top there. If you want to start from 0 XP, yes, you start with 0 XP. Every time you kill an enemy, you gain 1 XP, which is coming across from here, right? So I have XP equals 1. Then I have here, object player dot gain XP XP, which is the amount, right? That is 1. That is this function right here with the amount. So now we have player XP plus equal. It should just be plus equal to amount, right? Because that's the whole reason of having that amount there. Right. So plus equals, we have amount. So now player XP is increasing. Maybe it doesn't even have to equal. Maybe that's wrong too. It should just be plus, right? Player XP plus amount, which is XP from the enemy. Plus equal. All right. It seems weird, but okay. I'll go with it. And Hamster, welcome in. How you doing? We're in the middle of trying to figure out how. I don't even know how I came up with this, really. I broke it by trying to. I think I made too many. Like it looped itself somehow, or it's just not calculating properly. My brain's not working, so we're trying to rewrite it. And all this is for gaining XP, right? So we have player XP plus equals the amount. Now, we were talking. All right, so just change the while to an if. So we'll do if like that. Oh, event user. Event user is the same thing as doing like essentially an alarm, but without a timer to it. All it does is allow me to run something at the same time this runs. So all I'm doing is running a show debug message. That's it. That's all event user does. It's just the same thing as an alarm without having a timer to it. It just immediately runs. That's all. Okay, so we have player XP plus or equals to amount. If player XP is greater than or equal to XP to next level, why we? All right, this now I'm confused here. Why did I put the minusing? Doesn't make sense anymore. Player XP minus XP to next level. I don't think this needs to be it, right? If player XP is greater than or equal to XP to next level, it should just be level plus or equal to 1. All right, so we have player XP to 0. But wait. Now you do, instead of this, just do equal to 0. Then oh, I see. So we reset it to 0 every time, right? Is that what we're doing? Now the level is at 1. XP to next level equals this. Right? Yeah, so right now, I mean, like, if we just make it so that at when you hit 100, you'll go to level 1. When you hit 200, you can go to level 2. That kind of stuff. And next level will be 200 experience from 0. I mean, we can make it like I was building in a XP curve so that for every level it goes up by 1.5. Like times it by 1.5, but so level, I need to time that back in. So right now what I was trying to do was, this was rounding down, but I was saying 100 times the XP curve. Right. So that's what I had. Yeah, I don't think we need to reset this, right? Player XP. Okay, so we have gain XP. We have XP coming over from the enemy, which is here. Player XP plus or equals to that amount. So XP, player XP equals, it's just 100. Right now, so XP to next level is 100. Remove what line? This? All right. So in here, I don't have to worry about XP to next level then. So this line. Is that what you're saying? Oh, player XP equals 0. All right. So we got rid of that. All right. Then, so now we're saying if player XP, so I'm good. All right. Well, let's run it. No. All right. So that's calculating it wrong. And it's probably this. I don't need this. Right? You start at level 1. Or sorry, you start at level 0. You get XP for every enemy you kill. When you hit your XP hits 100, you go to level 1. Right? So now you're at level 1 when you hit 100. You gain another set amount. That's where the XP curve was. I was going to times it. So now you would need, 150 to go up. Wait, you level up twice now. So one of the things that was happening was as soon as I started the game, it immediately was leveling up. Also, ads are going to go off in about 30 seconds. But we don't need to be right back or anything. So we'll just sit here and mess with stuff. Calculate XP needed shouldn't level you up. You level up in the gain XP only. Yes. So this should not be here. In calculate XP needed, you do floor. So, whoops. Floor player XP times the curve, right? So we can just say player underscore XP times the curve. Like that. That's all. You don't need that if statement there either. Okay. Oh, wait, which... So I don't need this. I know, you're probably in ads. Hopefully you're getting some good ads. I never get to see what the ads are. Nor do I get to pick ads. Like what you get to do, right? All right. Let's run it with this. No, see, it's immediately going up in level, and you haven't even killed anything yet. All right. You never get ads? Me neither. I don't know. I don't know if you're missing out because I don't know what the ads are. Right? I don't know if it's like an ad for a game, food, you know. Okay. Is that what it is? Is it Prime members don't get to see ads anymore? I don't know. I wouldn't get rid of Prime. No need for the ads, right? All right, so issue is as soon as the game starts, it immediately starts adding up multiple levels. It shouldn't be doing it. Nice, nice. So Amazon. So now I'm saying Amazon because you said Amazon. All right. Since as soon as I start the game, the levels immediately start going up, which is not correct. The only thing that this is doing is drawing my level. So level, it's just the words, plus the string of object player level. Okay. Now, I'm an expert player. I know. I gain levels without even having to do anything anymore. It just comes naturally. I'm aware. What here is going to be causing it to automatically keep going up, like instant? So gain XP shouldn't even be happening if you, unless you're killing player like enemies. Hi, Arwen. Are you trying to tell me how to fix it? She's like in one side of her cage where she's closer to here to see the screen. So she's like trying to help. That's all. All right. Well, on game start, I'm not calling it. Like it just draws it here. So it's only drawing whatever your current level is. That's it. So this right here is equal to this. Right? So you should start off as 0. Then, as you kill the enemy, it should go up every single time. Like, your XP level should go up, not your level, right? So the XP is when you hit 100 XP, you get to go to level 1. Why am I, what is, all right, if player XP, which is there, starts you at 0, is greater than or equal to XP to next level, 100, then we have level, control, let's see, if F, let's do, all right. Let's just go through it. We have line 4. These are all in the player create right here. Then we have user event. This is just showing a debug message. Player system game. Drawing it right here. I wonder if the skill tree stuff's messing it up. I bet it is. I bet that's the whole problem. Right? Well, when I start the game, it immediately just starts going up in levels. So this is, and I just don't know it well because this is Brent's easy skill leveling system. Right? And that's what all this is. So we loop through the ranks, we set positions. In here, we have pending message. Yeah, I just don't know his stuff, and it's hard. I may have to ask too, but all right, let's go back into here. Let's do a debug message. Am I calling anything in that code? Which code? You mean the skill tree thing? I don't know. I don't know if it's conflicting because I'm using like XP and it's trying to calculate that for the skill level, because that's what it's designed for. I just don't know it. I have no idea what's in here really, because I didn't write any of this because it's Brent's. And it's probably it. That's probably what's causing it, and I'm just fighting it. Did you... Okay. Function debug message. This is the debug message you made that is perfect for finding issues. Oh, wow. All right, hold on. It moved on me. Are those the same? That's the same thing. All right. Where am I putting that? Add it as a script. Okay. All right. I will never remember its capital. I'm going to take it out of snake case and put it down. So now, where do we want to use that? GML object, the script. Okay. Debug. All right, so we added it as a script. Where do you think it'll be the most helpful to run it? Let me see what that says again. All right, so call stack string GML object this debug. We want it probably in here, maybe. So every time, like right now, we can put it down and call it inside that event 01, because right now this also does it. It says level up now equals 2. So this stuff's like immediately calculating. Let's put it there. And we'll also do show debug message. Show function is debug message. Takes no less than... Oh, I bet I could just do... What? Can I just say debug message? Like that? The hell. Trying to read it. All right, so debug mode, call stack equals debug gets call stack, replace their GML object. I don't think it'll like that, the way I did it. All right. Tris, welcome in. How you doing? Sorry, your family calls you. No problem. No problem. Use at debug message. Hey, dude. Use as debug message. Wait, can I just say like this? You can remove if global deep. Oh, you need me to edit it? All right. Well, hold on. All right. Let me come in here and edit your stuff. So just get rid of if debug mode. Okay. So if I don't make it an if statement, yeah, right here. Remove it, the if statement. Tris, you feel like you have the flu? Well, that's not very good. I'd be gone. I send the flu away. Think of it as like black spots in front of you. You grab it and it goes away. And your flu will be gone. And you'll be a new person. Yes. All right. Let's just get rid of this, right? So now we have an if state. Oh, you said no if though. What the hell? Remove it in one bracket at the end. What? Am I not understanding what you're wanting right now? Just use debug message. How much XP we got plus string. Okay. Let's come in here. Let's put that here. So no camel case. All right. Let's run it. See if it runs. And if it'll work right. All right, here comes all the enemies. Let's try to get past them. All right. Now, let's take a look at our debug messages. Right? So we're going to stop that. So this is saying how much XP we got. Okay, debug here. How much XP we got? 150. Level up. Now 225. Oh, okay. So it's really going up. Look at that. You're at 65,000 XP with it. That's ridiculous. That was not, you don't need that much. Mm-mm. All right. I think we're going to have to revisit my math. Like, re-look at this. Right? Because it's calculating it wrong, which is fine. I will work on it later, I think. But it is almost, it's about 10:20. I need to stop stream because I need to go out in the garage. I have to work on my Jeep. I have new inner fenders to install, and I'm really excited for that because it'll hide some of the engine stuff again. So I need to put those in, get it cleaned up. We are going out tonight to meet up with some of the off-road group for dinner. So we're excited, but I need to make sure the Jeep is it's not in parts by the time for it, right? So I need to go spend a little bit of time working on the Jeep. Then, if I have some time, I'll be back here, not streaming though, but I'm going to work on this, and we're going to try to get it fixed so that for tomorrow we'll have a working XP system. That's at least my goal, right? But let's see who is on, and go. Unfortunately, I mean, it's a little bit of a short stream today, like what, 3 hours. That's all right. Who is on? Oh, perfect. We are going to visit someone working on their game. We haven't rated them in a while. So let's go visit Delric and see the stuff that he's working on. I appreciate everyone for hanging out. I will see everybody tomorrow, 7 a.m. So Mountain Time, so same digital time, same digital place. And we'll pick up and see where I've been able to get to by the end of today. And it'll be good times, right? But I appreciate everyone. I will talk to you all later. Let's go say hi to Delric. Bye now.